Right, so this is a probability problem. Quite a complicated probability problem. So now we have some yellow sweets and some orange sweets in a bag. And there are n yellow sweets and 25 orange sweets. Now somebody picks one, and then after she's eaten it, she's taken a second one from the bag. And given the probability that both the sweets they take be yellow is 3/8, we need to work out how many yellow sweets are in the bag. Right, so two things are happening, so it's always a sensible idea to draw a probability tree. So, as always, it's two branches. Okay, draw two branches here. Is that probability tree? Okay, so now there are yellow sweets and there are orange sweets. Yellow and orange, yellow and orange. Okay, now when they basically we're given the probability when both sweets are yellow. So that means that in a probability tree, that means they pick a yellow and they pick a yellow. So that's the path we're looking at. And remember, this is and, so we are going to multiply. Right. So when we do that, that is equal to 3/8. So now we just have to work out what these probabilities are. So we're going to have something times by something else. Right. So the first time, what are we picking from? We're picking from the whole bag because they're at the beginning they're all in the bag. So now there are n yellow sweets, which you don't know, and 25 orange sweets. So n plus the 25. So that's our orange. So our yellow is n and our orange is 25. How many yellows can we pick? Well, that's our number n. So n out of n plus 25. That's the first one. Now the second time they pick is one less yellow because it's yellow and yellow. So that means it's going to be n minus 1. And the total to pick from is one less, so that's n plus 24. Okay, so these are our probabilities. So what we need to do is basically multiply these together and then set it equal to 3/8. So let's do that. So we've got n times n plus 1, which is n squared minus n. And then we do n plus 25 times n plus 24. N plus 25 plus n plus 24. And all of that is equal to 3/8. Okay. So let's expand this out. So if I expand the bottom part, that's going to become n squared, n times n. And then I have n times 24. And then I have 25 times n. So that's going to give me 49n plus 25 times 24, which is 600. So I've got n squared plus 49 plus 600. So now I'm going to multiply the denominator. That's going to multiply 3. And I'm going to multiply by 8, which is going to multiply the numerator. So I'm going to end up with this equation. N squared minus n times 8. And that is equal to 3 times n squared plus 49 plus 600. Okay. So remember, the whole idea is trying to find how many yellow sweets there are, and yet the number of yellow sweets is n. We'll expand these out. We get 8n squared minus 8n. That's equal to 3n squared plus 147 n plus 1000. Okay, so now we've got our equation. What we need to do is then now start to balance it. So we need to get all of our whole equation on one side that will let us then solve for n. Let's make this a bit bigger. So we've got 8n and 3n, so we're going to take away the 3n from both sides. That gives us 5n squared. We've got minus 8n and plus 147, so we subtract 147. That gives us minus 155n. There's no constant over here, we've got 1800, so we take away 1800, and now that means that we're taking away the 3, taking away 147, taking away 1800. So on that side we've got 0. Great. So now we have an equation we can solve. Well, let's simplify it. What we'll do is we'll divide it by 5. So we've got 5n squared minus 31n minus 360 equals 0. So now all we're doing is we're solving this equation because they will have the same solutions. Right, so we need to try and factorize this. So we need to find two numbers that will add up to negative 31 and will multiply to give me negative 360. Now, if you've got a clever calculator, that will do it for you, but we can work out that's minus 40 and plus 9. Okay, so now we factorize that. Our solutions are n equals 40 or minus 9. Now, we know that this is how many sweets are in the bag. There can't be a negative number of sweets. So our answer is n equals 40. And that's our solution.